I'm adding another class. Another file, sorry. This time, let's utilize class constructor. Let's utilize class constructor. First of all, let's create class keyword client record. Now, we need to use a function which is utilized as a class constructor. So we're gonna say define double underscore init self. Don't need this. And inside this, self is mandatory. I say name, address, estimate, salary. And here I call self name gets from name. Self gets from address. Self is same as in other like Java, Groovy, C#, and so on. This, it's equivalent to this class, this function. Self estimate gets from estimate, and self salary gets from salary. That's it. We created a constructor. Constructor. And I say the self this. Now I need to create class. You see indentation, do not forget it, please. Okay. Now I need to create class a client record. New client, and I'm be calling client record. Client record. Next, I want to print what? New client. And before I'll do this, I need to supply parameters. Name, mic, address, address here will be Los Angeles, comma, then was estimate. My estimate was, and salary was, let's say, I don't know, 75, 1. That's it. Now I might call it, first of all, name, then I print new client address, then print instance of a class new client. What was the estimate? And finally print new client salary. That's it. Let me save the file and let's execute it. Here it is. Mike Davidson, address, some estimate, some salary, right here. So once again, what we've reached. This time we created a class constructor, which is in highly specific format. Should be 2 underscores. You need to define this function, define your constructor. 2 underscores init, 2 underscores, where in parameter self is mandatory. Self is equivalent to other languages this. So you call this or self, this self constructor name gets name and so on. Then we call a class, and when we use a class with constructor, it's first thing to be called. So we need to initialize it with values right here. Then we simply call new class instance and call these values to be displayed. See you in the next lecture.